Hey, what's going on, guys? My name is Dr. Boyce Watkins, and I wanted to let you guys know about Airbnb. Airbnb, which we used Airbnb recently to take a family trip, and I think we got scammed. I think that the host, not think I know that the host actually was playing the game with us, and we're a little bit embarrassed by it. I know I'm embarrassed by it because nobody likes to get scammed, but I'm overcoming my embarrassment to let you guys know what happened so that you'll kind of know what to look out for. And if you want to know why we're stupid and didn't, I had some people hit me up on Twitter and they said you should try Noir BNB. Now, the reason I hadn't tried Noir BNB, to be quite frank, was when I went to the website, I wasn't really sure how to hit a button and find property options and things like that. So, I put something up on Twitter and I did hear back from them on Twitter. So I am going to try Noir BNB. And maybe, who knows, maybe I shouldn't have needed to get scammed to go that far. But I've known about the company and so I should apologize to them. Because I really believe in supporting Black-owned businesses, and so I'd like to actually have them on my platform because I'd like to help them grow so they can have an app and have some options that make traveling convenient. But anyway, my reason for bringing this up this is going to be a really short video, and I'll answer questions that you guys have in the chat. Is that I wanted you to know that we basically booked this place on Airbnb, and it wasn't cheap. And the host almost immediately switched the property out and basically said, something like, this property is not available, but we have this other mediocre place that you can have. And I was like, I didn't want the mediocre place. We paid for the other place, and that's what we want. And they said, or you can reach out to Airbnb and ask for a refund. So we did. And the problem with Airbnb was that they told us that in order to get a refund, your host has to cancel, not you. And I think that's kind of a weird policy. So we actually reported it as a fraudulent charge to the credit card company. And basically they're going to go ahead and, I guess, fix that. But I kind of wanted to mention this to you guys because, this is not the first time we had a weird experience with Airbnb. I don't know if anybody else has ever had strange experiences, but and one thing I'll tell you too is that one thing I did not do. I mean, I'm so embarrassed. I have to just confess on this, is that I did not read the reviews very carefully because the property looked solid and looked good and all this other stuff. And I didn't go through the reviews the way I should have. And so when I went back to look at the reviews, I saw people that were complaining about the place and really saying some pretty terrible things. And I would have known this if I'd done my research. So I think it's good for me. I don't know. I feel comfortable, like, kind of telling you guys that sometimes I can be a dumbass. And in this case, I was stupid. I was totally stupid. So I am done with Airbnb. I'm not using them anymore because that's the second time that something weird has happened. I liked Airbnb for the convenience. I like the fact that I can look at an app and look at a bunch of different options and try to see, different properties, because, we travel in a posse. We got a lot of, we got our 3 kids, and we need a big space. We need a big house. And lo and behold, this stupid thing happened. So I'm actually just coming out and telling you guys what happened so that you'll just be careful. One of the things I'll say, if I could do this over again, is I would have first of all, definitely, even if I was to use that company, I would have read the reviews much more carefully, because really what happened was, and this was embarrassing, was when I went back through the reviews, I saw a few reviews where they were like, this place is dirty, these people the Wi-Fi doesn't work, which would have been a nightmare because our kids are doing online school and all this other stuff. And that's where I didn't do my homework. I just assumed it was like because it was on this, I thought it was on like a resort or something, but maybe it was, I have no idea. So anyway, so I guess the reason I'm sharing this story, because I'm going to tell you the truth, I'm so embarrassed because what people said immediately on Twitter, which I agreed with, is they said, why didn't you use Noir BNB? Why didn't you use them? Because I've heard of them and I've wanted to use them. And the truth is because I wasn't really sure what to do. Like, I did register with the site and I did put in a request to travel, and I wasn't really sure how the service worked. And so to make amends for my own stupidity, and really, I think it could almost be defined as a type of hypocrisy or laziness, because I do believe in supporting Black-owned businesses. If they do see this video, I'd like to actually have them on the platform so that they can actually talk more about their business, because I'd like to put my money. I love putting my money into the hands of Black-owned businesses. I hire a lot of Black people and stuff like that, and so that's something that I believe in. So sometimes it's almost like eating your vegetables. Sometimes somebody's got to remind you, like, no, the pizza may be good, but you need to eat healthy, and you know it. You said you were going to eat healthy. You need to eat healthy, and also, this addiction to white supremacy that we have, where sometimes, the white businesses are a little more, they have a few more resources to work with, and it's easy to use, and you're just used to it. It's like an addiction. Like, we have an addiction to white supremacy. I'm no different from anybody else. So sometimes you're just like, I'll just use this thing because this app is on my phone or whatever. But what I would really like to see is, with AirBNB, I did put in a request, because I definitely plan to give, and the money we're going to spend, it wasn't a couple dollars. It was a stack. I want to give that. I'm definitely going to give that stack to them. And so if they watch this video, I'd like for them to hit me back, so that we can, really talk. Because I went on the site and I did register, and I put in a request, and I said, we're leaving in a couple of days. Like, I'd like to know what's going on. And I did connect with them on Twitter. And I haven't heard anything back. It doesn't mean that they're not good, though. It doesn't mean that they don't know what they're doing. I want to give them time to kind of respond. And then what I think I'm going to do is, when I do my trip, I'll actually document the trip, and I will document it for you guys, so that you can know what AirBNB actually does. Because I'll tell you what, sometimes you gotta get kicked in your ass to learn your lesson. And I got kicked in my ass. I swear. I went on to Airbnb and I ordered this place, and it was a nice looking place, and everything looked good. And I was like, okay, yeah, just book it. Let's just book it. Cause I tend to do that. My schedule's so busy. In case you don't, I got 1,000 friends that are like, how come you can't call me back? Why don't you call? Cause I'm busy. I'm literally running all day. So I was like, okay, let's just get this done in 10 minutes. Boom. Let's get it over with. And lo and behold, like, I get all this crap, like the host hits me back the next day. Oh, by the way, it's a bait and switch. It's like, oh, the property that you wanted is not available, but here's another property. And I'm scrolling through it. I'm like, this is not what I want. This is ugly. So I hit them back and I said, just give me a refund. Literally have not heard back from them at all. Like 3 days later, have not heard back from them at all. And then I'm like, okay, I try to go to Airbnb. Like, okay, I want to cancel. And they literally said, do not cancel yourself. Have your host cancel if you want a refund. I'm like, but I'm like, okay, well, fine. So I take the screenshot of that message and I send it to the host. And I'm like, you need to cancel this so you can give me my money back. Did not hear back from the host. Did not hear back from the host at all. So days go by, haven't heard back from the host. So then I went back and I did what, who is it? You Dream. You're right. You Dream says, read the reviews, right? So I went back and I said, well, let me see the reviews on this place. And the reviews were terrible. They were absolutely terrible. And so I just kind of said, this is crazy that this company, this gigantic company, this global company that's probably going to, I don't know if they've gone public. I think they did go public. They're publicly traded. That they would allow such horrible service, to just exist on their platform. I don't know if anybody else has gone through this, but because that's not the first time we had a weird experience with them. When we went to London, we booked a place, and it was so bad that I had to pack up the kids and go. Like, the kids were like, I'm not staying here. This place looks like a gigantic jail cell. Like, it's nothing like the pictures. And so I think Airbnb is they're doing some shady business. There's something weird, or maybe they're not taking accountability. And so I'm trying out AirBNB. I knew a little bit about them. I'm gonna know more about them, and I actually want to get to know the owners. So if you know the owners, if anybody in here knows the owners or knows how, a simple way we can book through them, let me know. And I'm going to be more active with this. Like, I almost feel like I have to give them reparations. So because I should have went to them in the first place. I'd seen them around. I knew that they were, I didn't know if they were a travel club or if they were, I don't know if they were competing directly with Airbnb. When I went to the website, I saw, like, when I go to the AirBNB website, which now I'm really into their company now because I really want to know more about what they're doing. And I want to see them do well. I want to see them get a lot of support. So if I go to their website, I see there's something that says how AirBNB works. So what I'll do is actually share my screen so you guys can see what I'm looking at. Let me see here. All right, so share screen. I'm hitting a button. I'm hitting buttons here. Okay, so here's what I search. If I search for AirBNB, I see how AirBNB works, sign up, log in, host. So when I click on how it works, I'm going to read this to you, and then I'll tell you why I was a little bit confused, to be honest with you. And I think that they should know this so that they can make their business better, because we want Black businesses to be better. This is not a criticism at all, but it says AirBNB is a global travel community. So when I hear global travel community, honestly, I'm thinking, oh, it's a travel club, like, or what, like, how does that, or I don't know. So it says that provides experiences and events with a focus on including and celebrating travelers of color. I think that's great, right? But it's still, I'm still not sure. I'm like, okay, is this a travel club, or like, what is this? Our accommodations take our guests all around the world. So they do have accommodations, okay, around the world to popular destinations and events inspired by the African diaspora. So that makes me wonder, okay, so if I need to book, a space in, in Hampton, Massachusetts, am I able to do that? Like, can I reach out to you and say, I want to go to Dubuque, Iowa or something? I don't even know if Dubuque is in Iowa, but you get the point. Do you have something I could get in Dubuque, or is it a matter of being in part of a limited network? It doesn't mean that it's bad and that you can't use it. It just means, if I'm traveling all over the place, because I travel a lot, I do, and I could definitely put some money in their pocket, and I'd have friends that travel a lot. But it's like I would like to know what the availability is and how that kind of works out. So it says, let's see here. AirBNB was born in October 2015 after our co-founder Stefan's experience while booking a stay in Atlanta. Okay, so he had a bad experience like me, it sounds like. We realized Steph's experience was not an isolated case, and more importantly, that there was an opportunity to create a better, safer experience for travelers of color. Okay, good. I like that. Simply, AirBNB was designed to be a game changer in travel, events, and lifestyle by curating authentic experiences for the Black traveler. Whether it's monetizing your space for additional income, okay, so that means that you can list your space on the platform and sell it there, which I think is a good thing. Booking a trip, okay, so booking a trip. That makes me curious. Okay, are you a travel agency where you're going to reach out and find the place to book for me? If that's the case, that's fine. I just would like more clarity on that. Finding your next vibe. I don't care. I don't have a vibe. I'm not cool at all. I'm not one of those cool Black people. I'm a nerd, so I don't care about vibes, honestly. Or connecting with people who share your interests. I like that. Like I like to be around interesting people to have interesting conversations. That's more fun to me. Vibes are fine, but I'm more of a person that likes to connect based on mutual interest. AirBNB is your home away from home, a niche market within global travel. Okay, so then there's a statement about the African American tourism industry is valued at over $50 billion. Additionally, people of the African diaspora infuse billions into the global tourism economy every year. Historically, travelers of color have been an underserved and underestimated market. I agree with all of that, right? But I think that first page, like how it works, is a little bit, is one where I think there are people that they're not necessarily looking for something that is a statement on racism in the travel industry, or a statement on exactly why your company exists. I think they're looking to figure out, like, what do I do next? Right? Here's what you do. Hit this button, and then your travel concierge will ask you where you want to go and when and how long, and they will find a property for you, right? Like, I think that, and this is probably something that's kind of on my brain as I'm reading this, is like, I think that we have to really realize that Black travels, before we're Black, we're human, right? We're just regular people. Maybe you're a dad with 3 kids and a spouse. You got to book fast. It doesn't mean you don't care about all the other stuff, all the cultural reference and political issues, the reasons why you exist. But it's like, I got to book this in 10 minutes. Tell me what to do. Tell me where to send my money, and let me know that I'm not going to get robbed, right? And I think that aspect of Black business has to be there as well, right? Because there are different types of consumers, and then maybe later on you have another page that says, here, I will tell you all the other stuff about our company to let us know why we're unique. But functionality has to be that first sort of key thing that you dive into. Because the Black people that I talk to, I tend to draw people that are not always into all the other stuff that's going on in terms of cultural and musical and everything else. Doesn't mean that they're not into that. It just means that sometimes we're just trying to be human and trying to live and trying to just do what we do. And being Black all the time, being super Black and blackety Black all the time, every day, from morning till sunset, some of that can be a little bit exhausting. Like for example, I know people who literally are stressed out and pissed off about being black from the time they wake up to the time they go to bed. And I think that's emotionally draining. Sometimes I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna get away from white people so I can just be a person. So I can just literally, like, I literally will sit there with the kids and argue with the kids and talk to Alicia about what we're gonna eat for dinner, and fix the heater or fix the furnace that's broken in the house or whatever. And I'm not really sitting there. It's not a black furnace. It's just a furnace, right? We're not eating black broccoli for dinner. We're eating broccoli, right? And so I think that ultimately, that functionality, that basic functionality, is something that I know personally. I look for that. I know sometimes I'll meet people that feel like I want to talk about like heavy black stuff all day long. And no, like sometimes I'm like, no, I actually I like to play Call of Duty, and I get on my computer and I play Call of Duty on my Twitch channel for fun, because I want to take some of that burden off my back for a minute. I want to just kind of exist. And and white people aren't fucking with me all the time. Like I don't even see white people. I can go literally, I swear to God, I can go like, sometimes I've gone a month or two without seeing a single white person, except for when I go to the grocery store, literally. And so anyway, my point is to say that I think that that's something that we have to kind of consider as we sort of embrace what it means to be black. I think first we have to embrace what it means to be human and regain our humanity. Now, what does this have to do with all this stuff of the price of tea in China? Probably not very much. But the reason I started this conversation, I'm doing a stream of consciousness here, is I definitely wanted to warn you guys about my experience with Airbnb and let you guys know why I'm personally not, going to use them anymore. I saw this company, AirBNB. I think this is a great opportunity for me to promote a Black-owned business that I'm going to try out. And when I try them out, I will let you guys know what the experience is. And I'll be honest, and I'll do video and everything else. And I encourage you guys to go to their website. Their website is, I think it's pretty much noirbnb.com, noirbnb.com. And I'd like to also know if there's more that I'm missing. Maybe there's, if some of you've had an experience with them, I'd like for you guys to tell me that too, so that I can support them, right? Because I really definitely want to give them the money that I have. What's my Twitch channel? My Twitch channel is just Dr. Boyce Watkins. So if you want to find me on Twitch, go to Dr. Boyce Watkins. Believe it or not, I play video games now as a stress reliever. So I literally play video games every day on my Twitch channel, every single day. So so if you ever want to hang out, feel free to do that. And I think that's a good. I actually had to do that where I was moving away from the stuff I do every day, because I love what I do so much that it ends up consuming me. And I was like, I think I need some other hobbies. I think I need some other fun things to do. But I have fun all the time. That's the thing. People think I'm a workaholic, but I'm not a workaholic, because I don't work. This is not work for me. I'm literally not working. Like some people say I'm working right now. I'm not working. I'm talking. Like talking is not work. Like work is when to me, work is when you have to, go to some factory and a white man is barking at you all day and all this other stuff. Let's see here. Love Jorita says, I use Airbnb all the time, every time I travel, much cheaper than staying in a hotel for more days at a time. Once my rating was posted, I never had a problem since. Interesting. Yeah. Okay. So maybe Airbnb has, like, I've used it. I've had good experiences more than bad, but it's almost like one of those things where it's almost like 1 out of every 5 experiences has been bad. Like we went to London, and I swear the place that we booked was nothing like the pictures. Like, and I was like, who's monitoring this shit? Like what is, and why are you not taking responsibility? Why do I got to call the credit card company to get my money back? I should be able to get my money back from you. Or if I can't get it from the host, I should be able to get it from you. And so I'd be curious to know what Airbnb is thinking on this, because it doesn't come off to me as good business. What gaming platform, says Debt Free Dad? I use Xbox One. I'm going to give me a PS5 actually. Keita says I've been playing The Sims. Yeah. I'm going to try Fortnite. My daughter likes Fortnite, so she challenged me to get good at Fortnite. So I downloaded it the other day. So I will be a Fortnite expert in about a week. How is somebody too old to play video games? That's ridiculous. Yeah, well, video games is like hip hop music, right? There was a time where hip hop music used to be for teenagers, right? Now it's not, because the original rappers are older now. And so like jazz used to be for teenagers, right? Or for young people. And then as the jazz artists got older, jazz eventually became a more mature art form that was that was embraced by people of all ages, right? So I think that when you think about something like gaming, I don't think there's any age where you're too old or too young to play. Honestly, I think so-called maturity is overrated. A lot of people will be like, "Oh, that's so immature." Well, if you're not hurting anybody, then do what the fuck you want. Like seriously, like I mean, all the stuff like, well, if you were more mature, you'd be doing this and doing that. No, if it's not life or death, or if it ain't about like taking care of my kids or something like that, who the hell is anybody else to tell you what you are allowed to do with your time? Like nobody can tell you that. Enjoy your life. Like seriously, what a lot of people call maturity is really just fitting in, like fitting into your age cohort. And I think that's stupid. I really do. So don't worry about that. Don't worry about fitting in. Fit into yourself. Fit into your happiness. Because I see a lot of people who fit in and who are the coolest kids on the block, so to speak, but they're miserable. They're very unhappy. I remember that makes me think about college. Like when I was in college, everybody thought you're supposed to go to all the parties. Like I'd have friends that would be like, "You don't go to the parties? Why don't you go to the parties?" And I was like, "Because I went to the parties and I was bored. I was sitting there holding a drink, standing there, listening to music, seeing the same damn people every single week. Why in the hell do I want to do that? I want to do something fun. I want to be happy. I'm going to go hang out with my girlfriend. I'm going to go play basketball. I'm going to go and study. How about that? How about this? We're in college. Maybe we should study. You ever think about that? And it's stupid. And so a lot of people ruin their lives by following the crowd. And it's very dangerous if you follow the crowd and you're black, because a lot of black people are stupid. You got a lot of fucking stupid people in your community because they put stupid black people at the top of the food chain and they promote stupidity to you. They promote the dumbest rapper, the most destructive celebrities, the most mentally screwed up people. And they tell you how to ruin your relationships. They tell you how to ruin your health. They tell you how to throw away all your money. They tell you how to kill each other. They tell you how to go, kiss white people's asses. They feed you all the wrong value systems, and they tell you all the wrong things to do with your life. And there are people, because they were never raised with a solid foundation and taught who they are, they end up doing dumb things. They end up in dumb situations, like just dumb situations. Like now you're sitting there and none of your relationships have worked out because you keep picking shitty people. Maybe you're some girl who thinks she's always supposed to date a thug, or you're some guy who's always chasing the big butt and the smile and doesn't know what a real woman looks like. You're broke as hell because somebody taught you that the way to success is to go $100,000 in debt and work for white people for the rest of your life. And you're unhealthy because they're promoting Popeye's chicken to you all the time, and you gobbling it up, and you think that being fat is body positivity because you listen to too many Lizzo songs, and next thing you know, you're worried because you might catch coronavirus and die because you're 400 pounds. And I'm just literally like step by step, they teach you how to destroy your life. They teach you how to be crazy and stupid and ignorant and ridiculous. And I just think that you got to rewrite that script. Like I think you have to question everything. I really believe that. Black leadership, starting with that. Black leadership is a farce. Black leadership is a joke. It is an absolute joke. They have these handpicked Negroes who are dysfunctional Hollywood celebrities or ass-sucking politicians who are pretty much working for corporate America or whatever, or some stupid media personality, and they'll be like, "These are your black leaders." They're not black leaders. They're just Negroes on TV. That's all they are. And really, the most effective black people I know, the most impactful black people I've ever met, who really who are really down for black people the most, are people that you will never see on TV. You will never learn about in a public school. Think about this. There's almost no public school in America run by white people that will ever invite Dr. Claude Anderson to come in and speak. Why not? Well, because he's too black and he's too committed to black people. He's doing too much for black people. So they do not want black people there who are truly going to empower black people. They only want black people there who will teach you how to be a better slave. So that's my 2 cents. So you guys are seeing me just on this weird stream of consciousness, probably because I'm a little pissed off. I spent my time on the phone this morning. I ain't got time to be on the damn phone arguing over this money. I should have paid my money, got my stuff, and moved on with my life. But you know what? Sometimes you go through a little discomfort and it makes you better. So the way I have grown and learned today is I challenged myself and I said, Boyce, you need to go ahead and dig into AirBNB, and as well as any other competitors. Are there any other black owned businesses that do this kind of thing? I'd be happy to hear from you. Let me think here. If you're on my Facebook or so, if you just look me up on Facebook at Dr. Boyce Watkins, you can find me. You can send me a note. I like to know what's out there. And and the Airbnb is what I knew about. That's what people mentioned first. So I like to have the hosts actually on my platform. I got a few 100,000 YouTube subscribers, so maybe I can help get you some business. And I know I'm definitely moving away from Airbnb because I'm very unhappy with that experience, and kind of upset that they did things that way. And I wanted to warn you so that you can kind of know. At least don't be stupid like me. Read the reviews. Read the reviews. Don't be dumb like me. I was rushing and I paid a price. So there we go. I laid myself out there as a dumbass. All right. So please have a good day, and hit the thumbs up button, share button, and subscribe button on your way out if you haven't done it yet. And also, yeah, my Twitch handle is Dr. Boyce Watkins. So feel free to follow me on Twitch, and I will talk to you guys soon. So take care. Have a good day. Be good. Peace.